Hey guys, if you're listening to this, you obviously like podcasts. You probably like music too, I would imagine. On Spotify, you can listen to all of that in one place for free. You don't even need a premium account. Spotify has a huge catalog of podcasts on every topic, including the one you're listening to right now. The good thing is, is on Spotify, you can follow your favorite podcast so you never miss an episode. You can download episodes to listen to offline wherever you are, so you don't have to worry about it cutting in and out like I have to when I'm at work. And you can easily share what you're listening to with your friends via Spotify's integrations with social platforms like Instagram. Just search for the Really Rich Podcast on the Spotify app or browse podcasts in the Your Library tab. And follow me so you never miss an episode of the Really Rich Podcast. Last but not least, though, Spotify is the world's leading music streaming service. I don't know if you guys knew that. I did not, but it is. And now it can be your go-to for podcasts as well. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Adam Rich from the Really Rich Podcast, and man, I gotta be honest, I took a little bit of time off there. It's been probably over a week, I think, maybe a week or so since the last time I've done a show, and I just had some much needed time off with the family, and I try not to spend a lot of time working on the podcast or working on anything really, content, any kind of work, period. I try to avoid all work when it comes to vacationing and hanging out with the family and spending some good family time. I try not to bother them with a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, man. It's hard to find some good time to, when you do your own shit, when you do your own business and you kind of run your own stuff, it's hard to take time off and ignore it to spend time with people you care about. It's hard to find that good balance. But I've always been the type, and I know, hey, listen, and maybe this puts me behind on advancement or progression in my career path, I guess. But listen, to be honest with you, I'm so focused on trying to live happy and do what makes me happy instead of trying to, focus only on building a business or focus only on making money or focus only on doing this or this or this. I try to balance out time and enjoy myself in the present. I'm not one of those people that likes to go to a friend's house and spend half the time on my phone. I don't like to go out to eat and sit there and be texting other people and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'll look at my phone occasionally here and there. I just don't like to spend a lot of time on it. I just don't like to spend too much time focusing. Like, if I'm in the presence of other people, I try to at least enjoy it and embrace it and let them know that they're important. And especially when it comes to my family, my wife and my daughter. And so I got to spend some good time with them. And listen, I know I'm like, shit, I got so many messages and things on like Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube. I got so many people that I need to get a hold of and respond to emails and shit like that. And trust me, I'm going to get to you guys. I will. But I just, like I said, when I'm spending time alone or spending time away, I'm really fucking away. I'm not close. I don't like to be, I don't know, man. It's just, I think, and I don't want to say that it's rude. I mean, I understand some people balance and some people have to, some people live to just focus on their business and their careers and they try to find time for their family otherwise. But I just don't do that. I just want to, when I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm not focused on other shit unless I have to be, unless we're working on something together or whatever. But I don't like to, especially when it comes to my family. The family always comes first for me. That being said, though, I'm back, and I'm glad I had the time off. It was great. I needed the chill-out mode to recharge the batteries and all that. But now it's time, baby. Now it's time to roll. And to be honest with you, I had kind of a very important... all of this kind of ties in together because there's a very important message that I really, really desperately wanted to get across today. And it's about not just happiness. I know I talk about that all the time, and it's very extremely important. I think everyone needs to find that and grasp it, understand it, and just seek that first. However, I wanted to talk to you about the fact that we need to redefine what success is, what success means. And I hate saying that word because it's hard. You start slipping up and saying success. And it sounds all stupid, but the idea of success needs to be talked about, and I'm talking heavily talked about. I'm talking, it needs to get into deep, because what we've been taught for so long, from such an early age, society just has it wrong. The idea that we think of when we think of how successful somebody is how much money do they make? What kind of business do they run? Or how important are they in whatever field of work that they do? And that has nothing to do with success. We need to focus 100% of what we feel about the term success. We need to focus that 100% on being, are you fucking happy? And I don't mean right this second. I mean, maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed and you got a headache. You didn't get dressed right. Maybe you put your shirt on the wrong way. And now you're driving to work, trying to put your makeup on, and your ass backwards, and you're running late, and things are just fucked right now. I know that happens. It happens to me. I know that it happens to everybody here and there. But that's not what I mean. I'm talking about in life. I'm talking about as a whole. Are you particularly happy about the way your life is going? I don't mean in one specific field. I don't mean in one specific day, one specific hour. I mean, do you feel good about your life? Are you happy? Are you thrilled? Are you appreciative of the life that you have? Because if you wake up every day, maybe not in the best of moods every day, but if you wake up every day, really loving the fact that you are alive, that you are where you are in life, that you have what you have, that you had the family that you have, that you got the job that you want, the money that you want, the things that keep you going, like food and shelter. Because ultimately, let's be honest, dude, no amount of money, maybe you're heavily focused on money, and that, to me, honestly, is a big problem. It's not the point of life. It's not the fucking point at all. And think about how many times you may have said or thought or just lived with this notion that how much money am I going to make today? Or how much am I spending? How much money do I have in my bank account? What are my bills like this week or this month? If I go out to eat, can I afford to go out to eat at this restaurant? Maybe I got to eat at a shittier restaurant this week. Like, if you're living that day to day or hour to hour on your expenses, on your financial situation, and just the thought of what's in your bank. Listen, I never think about what's in my bank account. Extremely rarely do I think about what's in my bank account. Like, I go and pull money out when I need to. I have a debit card. I have credit cards and all that. But I don't worry about what's in my bank account. Not because there's so much of it. Trust me, that's definitely not the case. It's because it's not a fucking concern of mine about what kind of money I have. My biggest concern is when it comes to my money or how much I have in the bank and things like that. My only concern is, do I have enough to pay my bills first and foremost, to pay my bills, make sure I'm not going into debt and racking up a bunch of money and interest and shit like that is just throwing money down the toilet. But it's, A, do I have enough to pay my bills? If the answer is yes, then I pay my bills when they need to be paid. And then whatever's left, I then basically kind of renegotiate with myself what I can and can't do. You know, like if my bills are low, I don't think to myself, man, what am I going to do to make some more money? What am I going to do? Maybe, do I need to sell something? Do I do this? No, what I do is, if my bank account is low, then I first and foremost try to pay my bills. If my bills are paid, my monthly expenses are paid, my house, insurance, phone bill, things that feel like somewhat of a necessity, you know, if I take care of them first, then whatever the fuck I have left after that is kind of irrelevant. I mean, because I'm not a very flashy, high, like, if you are, that's fine, but just understand that money is going to run your life. If you're a very flashy person where you like to have nice watches, nice rings, jewelry, nice shoes, nice pants and shirts and coats and cars, and you want to have the biggest house and you want to go on the most expensive trips and all that, that's fine if you want that life. And that's fine if you have those thoughts. Nobody's shitting on that. But what I'm here to tell you is, you better make sure that you make a lot of fucking money when you do that. And when you live that kind of a life, you have to worry about money. You have to think about money. And listen, I'm not the only one that's going to tell you this, but there's very few of us out there that will. One of the most important things you could ever possibly learn in life is it's not what you make, it's what you spend. And it sounds cliche. It sounds like you read it on a fucking bumper sticker, but it is so incredibly crucial that if you can grasp that and if you can live like that, and I don't mean you just hear it and you go, oh yeah, I'll say it and it'll be my life. No, I mean you really got to fucking believe it. A, it's true. And B, it will allow you to stop focusing on buying dumb, expensive shit that you don't need just to impress people you don't even like. And sometimes it's to impress people you do like. Sometimes it's to impress only people that you really, really, really like. But the reality is, none of that fucking matters. Listen, I remember when I was, I want to say 16, 17 years old, all I did is I would buy like Express, Calvin Klein, anybody that was expensive at the time, anybody that had expensive clothing, because I knew in my head, or I at least believed this at the time, that if I wore expensive clothing, girls would notice, they would see that, and then they would want me more just because of what I was wearing. And then I thought to myself, well, shit, also, guy friends of mine will look up to me. They'll respect me more because I'm wearing expensive shit. And you know what I realized when I had a cousin now that's 4 years older than me. I still have him. But he was 4 years older than me, and he would go and he would buy some clothes, and he'd be like, hey, you like this? And I'd be like, yeah, that's not bad. That looks pretty good. Where'd you get that from? And he's like, Meijer. And I was like, no, for real. And he was like, no, I'm dead serious. I got it at Meijer. And I was like, why the fuck did you buy your clothes at Meijer? And he was like, because this coat was $15. This shirt was like $7. These pants were like 12 or something, right? And I'm like, the idea in my head at that time now, because listen, I wasn't always like this. I'm telling you now because I know better. But when I was younger, when my cousin told me that, the first thing I thought of is, man, look at that cheap ass outfit. That's some cheap ass shit. I wouldn't be caught dead in that stuff. But the reality is, and I didn't think about this at the time, the reality is 5 minutes earlier, he told me that he said, hey, you like this? You like these clothes and this coat? And I was like, yeah, that's kind of sweet, man. I'd probably wear that. And here's the fun part. The things that I wanted back then was solely based on if I could get laid or not. And I'm just being honest. I don't care about that shit nearly like I used to. But the point was, back then, I focused what I spent my money on impressing others. It was either A, to get laid, or B, to impress guys that I didn't even know, and then they would look at me and be like, damn, that outfit's fresh, whatever. The bottom line is, none of that shit mattered. None at all. Because my cousin's wearing fucking a $20 outfit, including a coat, and he's getting laid more than I was. And everyone liked him. Everyone loves him, So I was like, I got a little bit older and I realized, dude, it has nothing to do with what the fuck you wear. People will either like you for who you are or they won't. It won't matter what you wear. And as soon as you can understand that little aspect, and it's not just about clothing, people. This is about everything that you spend your money on in life. A, if somebody doesn't like you because of what you're wearing or what house you live in or what car you drive, fuck that person. They don't matter. That person will never matter to you in life. Now, the person in life matters, of course. The human being themselves does matter. But as far as your existence goes, if a person, boy or girl, like you or don't like you, purely because of what you're wearing or what house you live in or what you drive or what city you live in, fuck those people, dude. And I mean that wholeheartedly. That kind of shit is irrelevant in life. You should, if you like a certain person, it should be because of who they are, not what they look like or what they wear. That is the most it's the dumbest thing you can focus on in life is, oh shit, well they're wearing, like I remember in school, I would wear different styles of outfits. Like sometimes I would wear, more ghetto style clothing, I guess, like what, like what rappers and shit would wear, right? And then sometimes I would wear like super preppy shit, like a polo shirt and some nice jeans and some K-Swiss shoes. And then sometimes I'd wear a hat and I'd wear it a little bit to the side. I mean, some of you that seen my videos, you see I still kind of wear it like that just because it's just who I am. I lived it for so long. I lived like that for so long that it's just how I wear my hat now. It's comfortable. I don't do it to represent. I don't do it to look a certain way or impress certain people. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I wear what I want to wear. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do in life. And I don't mean that in like a breaking the law type of way. I just mean I don't let other people's opinions dictate how I live. I don't. I let laws dictate, how I live, but I don't let people's opinions. Because here's the reality. Listen, if I'm being the most honest I can possibly be, it is this. I want everyone to like me. I would like that. That would be great. My goal is never to make people hate me. But with that being said, if you don't like me, I lose zero sleep over it. I don't give two fucks. I would prefer people to like me. I don't want to be an asshole. I don't want to be a dick to people. I want to help people. I want to be good to people. I want to influence people in a positive way to help them do great things in life. And I want that for fucking everyone. That's real shit. That's me being 100% honest. At the same time, if you decide tomorrow that fuck that guy, I don't like Adam Rich, he's a joke, he's an idiot, he's fake, he's a piece of shit, whatever. Say whatever you want to say. It does not faze me at all. It will not affect my life in the fucking least. It's not going to make me wake up tomorrow and be like, shit, I got to change everything just to get that person's love back. I don't care. It won't affect my life at all. But if there's a chance I can get you to see that I'm trying to be good to you and I'm trying to be helpful and I just want to help everyone. Like, I think when people know me deep down at my core, they do like me. It's just when people get a bad image or a bad idea about me, then they hate me. And that's fine. I don't want that. I mean, that's not what this podcast has been about. Speaking of which, have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? Well, the answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. When I started using Anchor to do my podcast, it was so extremely easy that I haven't even bothered to look for another app to use. I love this app. It's the only one I deal with, the only one I even recommend, period. I recommend you get on there ASAP. If you want to start a podcast, this is definitely the place to go. It's easy. You can drive around and record. You can sit in your basement and record. You can do it anywhere. It's fantastic. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start, anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Back to what we were saying, though, I just want what's best for people as a whole, but you can't I can't let people's opinion, it will ruin you if you let people's opinion get to you. And listen, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that they're doing great and they're doing wonderful and they're happy and living life as long as everyone's on the same page as them. But then the second there's one troll out there who says one negative comment about them, it shuts their shit down. Like they don't know how to respond. They don't know what to say or do, and they don't know, it just ruins their day. And listen, I mean, think to yourself logically, is it worth it? is anybody, especially if it's somebody you don't know, but even if it's somebody you do know. Like, I got people, listen, I know people that not everyone's going to be cheering on your success. Not everyone gives a fuck. Not everyone wants to see you succeed. And so when you have people that you believe are friends of yours and you hear that they're talking bad about you behind your back, or they don't believe in you, or they don't support you at all, and they think what you're doing is stupid, you got to understand one thing. A, they're not you. Whatever it is that you're into, they might not be into. And it doesn't mean that you're wrong and they're right. It just means that the shit you're into, they ain't into. But who gives a fuck? Everybody's different. Everybody likes different shit. If you like arts and crafts, or you like basket weaving, or you like crocheting, I'm not going to shit on you for that. I would never do that myself because I don't want to say I would never do it, but I'm just saying it's not my interest. It doesn't mean it's shitty. It doesn't mean that you suck if that's what you're into. It just means that you love it and you should fucking go out there and kill it at doing that if that's what you like. But I don't have to like it. Not everyone has to. If you said I want to start my own podcast based on just crocheting shit, then you should. You absolutely should do that. And even if I said to you right now, and here's the kicker, even if I said right now, the same guy, even if I said you should never do it, that's stupid, it sucks, it's a waste of time, it's meaningless, you're just going to waste all your time and money, and you're just going to be miserable. Even if I said all of those things, or if you heard them from your mom or dad, or your brother or sister or your spouse, even if everyone you know says that to you, don't fucking listen to that. Don't ever listen to that. Because A, nobody knows what you're capable of. Nobody knows how successful you're going to be at whatever it is you're trying to do. And B, this is most important to me. Even if you have one person that watches or listens, if I had one person listening to this, or one person on a video watching, that doesn't, to me, I'm happy because of what I'm doing. I'm happy with the intention that I have for this. Even if there's one person listening, I'm still fucking happy because I'm doing what I like doing. I'm genuinely trying to help people. Listen, if I tried my ass off for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years and only one person got helped, that's still successful to me. You know why it's successful? Because money and fame and power and all that shit is not what determines success. You living your life happy is what determines your success. If you genuinely feel good about every day, if you feel good about waking up every day, if you feel good about what it is you're doing in life, and you just genuinely are happy, then it doesn't matter what anyone else says, doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, it doesn't matter what they think your success is. All that matters is that you're fucking happy. And that's the bottom line. That will always be the bottom line. So if you take anything out of what I'm saying today, it's don't look at metrics or money or financial shit or anybody's support or anybody's approval. If you are happy, you are successful. Happiness is success. It's the bottom line. I love you guys, and I thank you for listening. And trust me, I'll dive into this sooner when I have more time, but I really just needed to make this point today. It's been a long time off, and I'm really happy with my family. Even if it cost me listeners, even if it cost me followers or any of that shit, listen, I spend my time trying to be as happy as I can possibly be. And to me, that's what's successful. Not 1 million listeners or 1 million subscribers or any of that. Or any amount of sponsors or money coming in. That's not success. Success is you being happy every day of your fucking life. And don't get me wrong, I have moments where I'm in a bad mood or I woke up and I don't feel good or things like that. But in life, every day, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm extraordinarily happy. And I encourage you to do the exact same thing. Find what makes you happy. You will be successful. Regardless what you do. I don't care if you work 9 to 5 doing just what everyone else would consider to be a shit job. If you like it, if you love it and you're happy, you are successful, dude. Doesn't matter if you make 10 grand a year or $1 million $100,000 a year. No, it just depends on how you feel about your life. And if you feel good and you appreciate what you have and you love life and you love waking up and just living, dude, you are the epitome of success. Just find that happiness and live it. But anyway, I really gotta get going, guys. I love you so much, and I thank you so much for listening. You guys know this. I mean, obviously, the whole reason I do this is for you. It's pointless for me to tell myself this shit. So, I mean, I do need to remind myself sometimes. But my point is, I don't share this with the world because I'm trying to help myself. You know what I mean? So, I love you guys, and I'm so glad if I can be any kind of help to you or any kind of influence to help you gain a better perspective or be happy in life. That's my goal, man. That's the end goal. Love me or hate me. As long as I'm helping you, that's all that matters. I love you guys, and I thank you so much for listening. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's Really Rich Podcast. If you want to find me on Twitter, it's Really Rich Adam. On LinkedIn, hook it up, man. I'm trying to link in with everybody. I want everybody on LinkedIn to be connected with. I want to connect with the world. I want everyone to be, it'd be so great, dude. To everyone to help everyone. Imagine the shit we could accomplish if everyone was helping everyone instead of being selfish and greedy and trying to do shit for themselves. But anyway, on LinkedIn, it's Adam Rich. Please come find me. I'll find you. I'll connect, email, all that shit. And if you want to leave a voice message, you can do that through the Anchor app. You can leave me a voice message. I listen to those, and then I'll gladly respond and talk to you, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. But please connect with me. Even if you hate me and want to criticize me, I just want to talk to you. Just give me a chance. I love you guys, and I thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Peace. I'm out of here.